My name is Abdullah Wated and I come from Israel. And today I participated in the European Scientist Day for the Al-Qasimi College. And because I love so much contributing to other people, to my society, and I'd be very happy if I could help you with even a little bit. So what am I going to talk about today is how to improve your English, how to learn any language at all, and how to improve or develop your interest in it. And the second thing is how to develop your own personality and make you more successful in your life. So let's go ahead. So this is our schedule for today, which are the three things. This is nothing. Okay, let's move to language. So what are languages? Languages are the thing that connects people, and there are like so many languages in this world. We can count 7,000 languages in this world, and each language has its own culture, has developed in its own way. Uh, and for us as people and as citizens in this world, there are some languages that are so mandatory and some are optional. But I can tell you that it is ideal to learn as much languages as you can. So why do we even need languages? So this is a question to you, to everybody.
عبد الله شوي الخط بقطع.
Why do we even need languages in our life? Can anybody? So can you hear me now? Yes, please, Mariam Ala.
So we can speak with other people from other cultures.
That is a great answer. What about Sandus or Okay, let's read. The first one is the mandatory languages, which you need to use in university, work, in your place of living. And of course, the English, everybody needs to study that language because it's the national language. And the second kind of languages is the that you're watching on TV or in computer, or because you're so interested. For example, I'm so interested in Italian people because I love their food, or because I love Italy at all. I love its history, so that's why I'm interested to learn Italian language. Maybe because you have some roots from there. Let's say your grandparents came originally from Germany or America, or now let's say Germany or France. That's why you're interested in German or French. Maybe because there is a Spanish poem or a Chinese poem that is so interesting, and you're just so interested in Chinese in order to understand the poem. So this is why languages are so. And why is it good? So as Mariam said, we can communicate with so many people easily. That is one of the answers, obviously. And secondly, it opens so many ways for us. And the more we learn languages, the more easier it becomes for us to communicate with other people. And also, when you learn a language, you become so digged in its culture, and you're learning. And also, you'll get a priority in work because if you have so many customers, then the more you speak languages, the more there is a chance for you to become to work because there are so many customers that speak so many languages. So what is the best method to learn a language? What do you think? Let's hear your opinions. We have Mariam and we have Sundos, Mr. Hamoud and Ali. Anybody can raise your hand.
I didn't understand the question. What is the meaning of method?
The method, it is like uslub. Like, let me translate to you in Arabic. So أي أسلوب أنت بتتبع عشان تتعلم لغة جديدة؟ So Mariam, am I clear? Okay, let's move. So for me, the best way to, oh, okay, you raise your hand. You can go. Okay, never mind. Basis.
سد
It is
حكت معي
what, Mariam?
صوتك بقطع حكت معي أو مش عارف.
Yes. Yes, if you wanted to answer the question.
Well, I learned the French language on Duolingo. شو يعني تطبيق؟
Application.
An application who names Duolingo, and it like we have units, you know. There is a unit for basics. What's the meaning of a man, of a human, apple, orange. There is a unit for colors, unit for many units for many kinds. And they I think the best method is to give us a picture, and we told you what does it mean, you know. They give us a picture for an apple, and when we نضغط عليها معناها no
Click,
when we click or tap on it
click.
it's يصدر عنها صوت مثلا بومة، معناها تفاحة بالفرنسي يعني هيك.
Firstly, I wish you a lot of luck in learning French because it really interesting languages. And I want to tell you, it is a very good step that you're doing that. But I have a question to you. Do you think that is like the best method to learn language, which is by setting the for
عبدالله بس بقطع
example,
الخط بقطع صوتك بقطع.
man, the woman, and the pictures. Do you think that is the best method in your opinion?
لسه طلع.
لا ما طلعش، بس وقف شوية عند الشير، بس برجع بعمل شير وبرجع هسه
سامعيننا؟
مسموع هسه.
So Mariam, you didn't continue the question.
What did you ask me? Because the voice was too weak.
And now you can hear me clearly, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I asked, do you think that is the best method to learn a language, which is by learning the vocabulary, like the easy vocabulary at first, for example, the man, the woman, and the same way like you did. Do you think that's the best method for you?
Actually, I do think that, because I can really told you some sentences in French, and it's a funny way to learn. You learn, and you really want to learn. It's funny to learn, and it gives you some some words, some يعني جوائز when you maybe collect 315 words in the unit, maybe some words on these things. I think it's the best method.
Great, well done. So that thing specifically we're going to talk about just after a while. So for now, I want to tell you that the best method, like in my opinion, which is to learn the basis of the language, which is learning the grammar at first. For example, if I want to learn, let's say Russian, let's buy a Russian book and learn the grammar first and finish it. That's the template of the language. And then you will be able to understand and exactly, but more or less, you'll be able to develop very widely if you have the grammar. And Miriam said, the best method to learn a language is up, which means if you're really interested in learning in that way, develop a lot. Me, because I'm really interested in this field, but I feel it is so close to me and I will feel development. Same with you, Mariam. And now, after that, when you, for example, finish the grammar and there are other typical methods to learn a language, which is like the boring ones, watching series, like videos. Now I'm gonna give you more official ones that will help. Before that, do you have any other questions? Okay, seeing none, then we'll continue. So for me, the best method to learn a new language, which is traveling to society with these languages. Oh, sorry. Which means that you must travel. For example, if you're learning German, then okay, let's go to societies. Let's go to Hamburg, to Berlin, to Geneva. All the signs in the streets are in German. All the books, everybody say a word, you will develop a lot. The second, which is reading a novel, if you read an entire novel in German, for example, in the end, you will notice a very big development in
I am
German.
young.
Having a good teacher, of course, because the teacher is the. Yes, somebody spoke. No, okay. So the third one is having a good teacher because teachers can be the vast inspirational source for you, and he can always supply you with inspiration and to encourage you to continue. The fourth thing, which is preparing lectures and conferences or lesson in your language, which when you explain to other people things, for example, lessons or I don't know, just teaching them the language, it can develop you a lot because if you teach somebody something, you will be much better in it. And now I have a question to you. Do you know why is English the international language in this world? Why did English take that position? Why isn't it Arabic? Why isn't it, let's say, Hebrew or Spanish? Yes, Mariam, please. Always the active lady.
I think that because America and England have been شو يعني احتلوا أو غزوا.
Let's say occupied.
Occupied. They occupied many countries, and as an example, when someone come and occupied us, we got to learn his language. He maybe يجبرنا to learn his language. As an example,
Of course.
Israel people or Jewish make us learn Hebrew, but they as an example they don't learn Arabic. So and America is have so much words, and that's and she when she نشرت سلطتها
لو
نشرت
سمحت
يعني
بقدر أجاوب بالعربي؟
نشرت يعني يعني لغتها، فصارت اللغة الإنجليزية
spread.
يعني منشورة بكل محل.
Publicize the English language in all the words. That you explained it. That is perfect. Thank you so much, Mariam. And now let's move to Mr. Hamoud. He wanted to speak in Arabic, so that's fine. You can go.
يعني كل السؤال العربي.
ليش الإنجليزي صارت أحد اللغات العالمية اليوم؟ صارت اللغة العالمية اللي الكل لازم مجبور يتعلمها.
لأنه الأمريكان هم المسيطرين على العالم.
That's exactly what Miriam have said. So the first reason that you just them, and now let's explain the other. The first one, as you all explained, that USA and Britain have dominated more than half of the world. That's why they spread the English language in everywhere. And as you gave an example of Israel, how it like forces everybody to study Hebrew in order to be able to communicate and in order to travel, and you know, that is a great example. The second reason is because English was chosen because it is so flexible and easy and has a basic grammar. English is not like Arabic, is not like Chinese. It is so basic, so simple, and its grammar is. And yeah, the final one is that Britain and USA have the English language among the nation, not only due occupation, but also when they trade with them, they use the English language. When they have a conference, they have the English language. So that is like the main three reasons. And now let's move to the second side of our lesson, which is how to develop your personal skills. So the first one, which is our topic for today, which is learning language. Just 1 second before we move on, do you have any other questions? Okay, seeing none, then we'll continue. The second thing, which is doing a sport, because if you do so much sport, then your body will become very comfortable. And yes, that is the second thing. The third thing, which might be so interesting for you, which is learning on a musical instrument. It adds a lot to your mind, and it makes you very familiar with music. The fourth thing, which is traveling in nature and cities, and that is the most thing that I recommend for all of you to do. You can go to anywhere in your city, in other cities in your country. And the final thing, wait, no, and another thing is volunteering. There was a lecture about it today, which when you volunteer a lot, you help people. That is something very good to do, and you fit through that. And the final thing, which is so important in my eyes, to get inspiration as much as you can, even and to stay always away from envy and from the people who always discourage us and give us bad energy. So now that's everything for today. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. Yes, Miriam, please.
بصراحة السؤال شوي معقد وبعرفش إذا عندكم الإجابة يعني، بس إنه يعني العربية مثلا، اللغة العربية أجت من اللغة السامية، ومثلا كل لغة هي كانت لهجة بلغة معينة، وبعدين اتطورت صارت لغة مستقلة ولها قواعدها. هسا بعرفش إذا بتعرف منين اللغة الإنجليزية أجت، من أي لغة؟
بصراحة بدي أحاول أجاوبك كده يعني وابرش شيء، بس أنا يعني في عندي معرفة شوي بهذا الموضوع. في كانت لغة قديمة اسمها اللغة اللاتينية. طبعا الإشي اللي كنت بالنسبة للغة العربية إشي مزبوط 100%. كان في لغات سامية واللي هي لغة عبرية، لغة عربية، لغة فارسية، وكلهن هذول وكلهن شقين. نفس الإشي كان بالضبط باللغة اللاتينية.